I'm going to tell you a story. First thing you have to understand is time does not work the way you think it does. In Common Oracle, because I'm the one that's talking to you. Welcome to the call. So, I haven't really gotten far into Crusade of the Dark Sabbath yet. Largely because the early tier enemies are incredibly difficult. Like, I don't know what happened between, like, the last time I played Crusade of the Dark Sabbath, where I was like, difficult but manageable to this time, because it's like, am I going in the wrong direction or what? But, like, anyway, picking up with Loom. Loom's an interesting game, because, if you follow a strategy guide, and honestly, a lot of people would do it. Like, because it's, in some ways, it's very intuitive, in some ways, it's kind of counterintuitive. But, especially if you're using a strategy guide, you can bang through it in, like, a day. Like, pretty easily, honestly. Like, I just started the game, like, I don't know, less than an hour ago. I'm out of the first island, like, Loom Island, where I discovered that I, as Bob and Threadbare, and the Loom Child. I actually looked that up. 1 second. Where you pick up a distaff or a sutrala, where you get things like Uluka, Dursty, or Owl Vision. Because you are the bunny, Bala, the Loom Child, the Weaver's Loom Child. Anyway. That's funny, he uses, like, a literal, like, basically, I've mentioned this before in the reviews video. Bob and Threadbare uses the distaff to basically summon for Guy mantra. He basically uses it to sing into, pronounce to be by singing spells. And in the beginning, you learn, like, open, close, empty, fill, owl sight, turn to straw, turn to gold, turn straw to gold, turn gold to straw. Turn dye fabric green, and basically bleach. Undo it. Undo dyeing, as in like undo dyeing clothing or dyeing a color. And there is twist and untwist. A lot of them are basically essentially just reversals of a 4-note pattern. And these are the drafts they use with your distaff. And it's kind of cool because, like, you learn twist from, like, going up to it. Because the thing is, like, a lot of the things are, like, you learn empty by knocking over a flask and it reacting with the distaff and making certain, like, certain notes that happen on the distaff. Boom, 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 boom. They're out of the range of note. Because the thing is, like, you start with only 3 notes out of a 7-note scale, and you get more as you progress through the game. Like, you gain 2 of them almost immediately. Like, you gain one on Loom Island, and you get another one, like, where I just, like, quit the game, which is when you get to Crystal Guard. The Crystal Enclosure. It's funny, I think of the lobster tag said at grocery stores as, like, little cracking guards. Because they're enclosures. They really are. Anyway. But, basically you're on this log, going from island to island, after you use the open draft on the sky, and it causes a literal actual thunderbolt to come down. And I'm like, that's really impressive for opening the sky, but it's what happens. Anyway, wouldn't be expecting about it. Open the door to heaven. Or open heaven's gate. I thought it was unspoken about it, Maze. It's Unbespoken about, I'm pretty sure at this point. I can be wrong. Like I said, especially with the Sanskrit, I can be wrong. But that's why I'm learning. Learning is half the battle. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, remake. How many people like actually know that? Like I used to watch G.I. Joe. I used to actually like see knowing is half the battle so many times, like on a daily basis. And like people say it all the time. It's like I wonder how many people say like knowing is half the battle actually saw that like on the regular when they were growing up. Because I did. I did. Like some weeks, like every day. I really liked G.I. Joe when I was a kid. G.I. Joe. I think my favorite episode actually, I may have mentioned it before. It's an episode where, I think it was Snake Eyes. Like Snake Eyes, uh, oh, I'm blanking on their names now. The Navy dude who was a sailor and the paramedic. Like, and they were all like Cobra basically hacked their system so they'd be all promoted to general, and because none of them were actually, I don't think any of them were actually in the army, it messed havoc with the Joe's command structure. Like, because they, like, the paramedic was, like, I mean, he's a paramedic, essentially. Like, he was an army paramedic, near as I can tell, but he was a paramedic. He was, like, not supposed to be a general. Neither was the sailor. He's a swabby. Swabby shouldn't be a general. You know why? Because he's in the freaking Navy. Like, that's the thing. Like, the G.I. Joe is a, like a cross branch initiative, so to speak, but, like, that's part of why you don't have things like, you know, sailors getting made generals. Anyway, I've rambled a little bit about G.I. Joe, now I'm done. With the booyah bus, booyah bus, booyah bus, booyah bus, booyah bus. So in the way of the weaving, that's the way that it goes. And if you wanna be the bunny, that's easy because you're already in the weave. Oh, the booyah bus, booyah bus, booyah bus, booyah bus, booyah bus. So in the opportunity of the weave that we know, and dream safely everyone on the weave. From Zakuna Oracle, 'cause that would be me.